Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Hunter, Call of the Wild, in Siver Ridge Peaks. Now, apparently, thanks to a comment from last episode, there are also mountain lions in the map, which is another animal that would be very nice to know actually lives in this reserve. But again, if we actually try going in to look up the reserve, Siver Ridge Peaks, there's nothing that seems to be listed for animals or wildlife or anything like that. It seems to be only once we click on the animals themselves and go looking. Do we see... I thought there were supposed to be mountain lions, or was I... Maybe it's called puma instead? All possible regions in home... Oh, maybe not. I thought... Mountain lion... Cougar doesn't appear. Maybe there aren't actually mountain lions. Now I'm confused. There may be, there may not. Who really knows? Like I say, the game is atrocious sometimes with giving you information. What we're going to do today, we're not going to go to the mine. I think we're just going to take a little stroll down the road here into the bending forest. So we've got ourselves our turkey gun, I think basically just deer gun, my ever-favorite bow and arrow that I probably should start using a little more to show off my archery enthusiasm, and our big game gun. So we're pretty well outfitted for a nice easy hunt like that. So we're just going to take it easy, do a little stroll, walk along, chat, just enjoy a little bit of nature. And maybe shoot it a bit if we get anything that's pretty noteworthy too. How are you guys enjoying the series though? I wasn't sure how Call of the Wild would do on the channel just because it is... Well, it's both a hunting game, so it is a little related to carnivores, which is easily the breakout series that gets all the attention on the channel. But it's also a little bit different. Ooh, actually, that's very fresh. That's actually pretty nearby. Maybe we'll try getting a bison quickly if we can. Because I'm sure we have the ammo, or the arrows for it. Yep, we do. Okay, so those are equipped. I wasn't sure exactly how well it would kind of be received on the channel, if it would get a number of views each week or not, or how it would kind of do. But we are breaking the 10 viewers per episode, so that's actually enough for me to want to keep doing the double features for now. Just a way to kind of keep some content rolling up on the channel, and it's a little bit different that takes you back, that you can kind of compare left and right as... Okay, carnivores kind of makes you feel really action-wise when the animals are engaged with you. But the Hunter has some pretty neat mechanics where you actually feel you have cover and you can plan ambushes and calls and stuff like that. Some things kind of like that which are interesting. So now they're in a trot. They came down this way. Then they decided to keep going up this way. So they must be following... Maybe there's a male in the herd or something. Because this kind of reminds me of the pattern that we were seeing when we found that... I think it was actually just last week where we found the one bull bison amongst all the females. And I'm sure there's probably an actually correct technical term for a male bison. I just think bull, to be honest. It's just something that kind of comes to me, like a bull moose in a way. Okay, so these are all still leading over this way. Haven't heard any more warning calls, so I think that might be a good sign that... At least we haven't really spooked them. But yeah, there is one bull, or one male somewhere in this group. I just don't know if we have to go too far to find it or not. And okay, we are not on the road yet. Yeah, the mapping is really skewed from where it should be, but... oh, actually, I think we see them. Yeah, there's... Let's see, one bull there. A female. Yeah, it is. It's basically got a harem with it. Oh, no, maybe not. And it looks like there might be a couple males. So. Are you the only one? Yeah, you are the only male there. But I don't really have a way of calling them into us, so we're going to have to... Oh. Be sneaky about this. They want to come this way from looks of it. I don't know if we want to... Oh, see, this is where if I wanted to really get this bull, I would just take out the rifle and get a nice shot in. want to move. We're just going to stay where we are. No, there's the female as well. Where is our bull? Oh, right there. So actually, this could work out well for us. Excuse me, where? Okay, well, we didn't actually shoot any. Oh, you. Okay, not we may actually shoot you, depending on what it does. Like, what the hell? Did that one... I saw a flash of red, but I don't know... Nope, there's the arrow, which I can't pick up, even though I'm supposed to be able to with one of my skills. Like, that's where it gets a little difficult, and unfortunately, the archery ranges in the game, I've never found to be super helpful in being able to kind of, like, plan out and get distance-wise. Even depth in the game can be something that's really hard to sort of get a feel for. Well, okay, let's see. Well, you... What are you? Okay, so the bison are still actually around. It's actually the male we were looking for, too. It says he's fleeing, but I think he's... Yeah, he seems to be stuck in a little loop. So we may exploit that a little bit and see about trying to get this arrow in him. But I could have sworn that would have been a nice shot, so I was too low, I think? Because I think it shot underneath his belly. So I think we need to remember to... It gets super weird, because there's a certain point where you need to aim very high, and another point where you have to aim very low. And it's really hard to discern which one the distance is, or where that sort of threshold area becomes. Okay, if we can get a little more full... Okay, not what I wanted from him, but... Ow. Oh. What? Wait. We were getting damaged, but he was in front of us. Even the hitboxes are screwy in the game. Like, that's something the Hunter's always had as well, is the hitboxes are incredibly screwed up. Yeah, we're going to run over there. You can hit an animal dead center exactly where you think, and it looks like you've hit it in that spot. When you go to the hitbox screen, you somehow... Prime example, one arrow, I have to go out the rear end of one of the bison that I think we shot. How does it detect things like that? It's where I really wish the developers would slow down with old and new content and actually just fix what's all messed up, broken, and wonky in the old and current state of things. Don't keep building on a bad foundation. Fix the foundation, then you won't have any problems down the line with it. But if you don't, you're just going to run into more and more issues going further along. That's one of the things that does turn me off of the game, is I might want to do a nice simple hunting experience, but honestly, there are times where it doesn't feel like it picks up everything properly. So we'll go see if that one of the arrows managed to actually take him down or get into a vital. I'm pretty sure that we got something on the second shot. I know the first one was probably in the gut and too far back, but I feel like the second should have gone into the lung. So it was just around here. Oh, no, maybe just a little higher still. Although I could have sworn this was the spot where... Now let's get up here and see. This was... Yeah, okay, this was definitely the spot where we got the shots off, so there should be some blood trail, or something to follow here. Oh, yeah, right there. So it didn't get very far after he did manage to take us down, but there are some really weird... Oh. Oh, okay, all the females must still be around as well, so... This is still pretty dangerous. Not a situation you want to end up with in real life. If you were in this situation, find a tree and start climbing. That'd be my best advice to give you. But at least in this game, too, you can actually take a hit or a couple of hits before you will go down or things like that. So you have a little bit of grace for... Unlike carnivores where you basically one chance and if you mess it up, you are gone and done for. Okay, so hopefully... Okay, I was hoping that would send them off fleeing. Come on, get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna grab the gun. I'm just going to basically take a shot. I'm hoping that'll send them all running, but they seem to be... Yeah, I think... Okay, that sounds like they're starting to get out of here. Okay, we'll take that one. I don't really have the time to want to go looking to see about the details. Yeah, so we got the two of them. Let's just get on our way out of here. Yeah, looks... Okay, they are starting to go over there, but... Another thing, too, is that animals, you'll see, they'll get stuck in these weird little, like, pathfinding loops where they'll just circle and circle, or... I've had others that get stuck on a rock and they sprint full force, so it looks like they're running for their lives. They, Looney Tunes style, they do not move. There's a lot of little fixes here and there that should be done, but... It's also... It becomes a question of, is it the animals bugging out, or is it the environment bugging out, or is it the pathfinding of the animals bugging out? Like, there's probably so much to try to work out of what's really going on for it. Let's see, so... Yeah, a little lower on the things we want to take on, bison or bear, but I don't think we're going to go after too many of those. I'd still like to really go on a nice turkey hunt, but I don't know where to exactly go looking. I think what we'll do is just keep going down along this road, see if we encounter anything else, and then, well, basically just call it there. Maybe see if we can get even just to the lake here. Or just between the lakes is a good little spot. I don't want to let this episode run too long, just because I do have to make up a lot of time in future recordings and some other recordings to do, so that way this week keeps going smooth with the one per day I try to aim for. And it was going pretty smooth for a while there, but then something unexpected kind of came up, and I didn't realize, so it's going to be a little tight for a couple of weeks trying to get these recordings in. But I'm going to squeeze in where I can. Nope, we got a bear track. Just in a trot, but I think with the rifle shot we took, it's probably long gone now. And it never fails. If you look in the bottom right, or bottom left over there, you can see wind, or no, sorry, actually it should be straight down from me. The wind is not in our favor. It is never in our favor whenever I seem to want to pick up a place I want to go. It's always blowing either to the center of our landmass and carnivores when we're on the edge of an island, or at the coastline, or in a game like Call of the Wild, it's always in the direction we are going to. So it's basically like a deterrent to say, you want to do this? No, you should be going the other way. You're going the wrong way. We can never, ever seem to escape that. It always just seems to be a thing, but we'll basically just keep on going and see what we can really do. I'm sure we gotta hear something, or at least maybe this will help with some warning calls as we get close. Everything is looking pretty quiet and peaceful right now. I do wonder, I want to check the, for wildlife. Is there like a bighorn sheep? Like, see, that's one thing, I don't know if they've ever actually brought in proper to... Like, pronghorn, that'd be nice to actually go after those. Like I said, I've been playing Red Dead Online, and the hunting in that, actually, I think I prefer that to some of the Call of the Wild hunting in a little bit. And it's not as involved and in-depth, but it feels a little more rewarding because you actually get more than, like, just a random amount of money and cash coming in. You get, like, a pelt and some ingredients, and you kind of feel like there's more weight a bit behind the hunting of Red Dead Online than even just Call of the Wild has. But anyway, pronghorn, bighorn sheep. This is actually what I wouldn't mind trying to find. So, maybe they're in Siver Ridge Peaks somewhere? I don't know. Nothing actually states anywhere about them for where they are. Just that they're North America. But I really like the curl of the horns. Like, if you take a look at all the kind of big game animals of North America, I like the antlers sort of personify different personalities in a way. Like the... Oh, we got something up ahead. Oh, a turkey. So we may actually get our... Oh, no, it's actually a bit over into the woods. So I'm just going to sink our way over this way a bit, so that way we have some cover. Yeah, we'll just kind of keep binoculars out and see if we can spot it as it comes in. But all the big game animals, like the antlers and their displays, they feel like they have certain personalities to me. Like if you look at the white-tailed deer, the way the horns kind of curl around almost makes it look like a crown, like basically a prince almost to me. Or the way the Roosevelt or the Rocky Mountain elk, basically, I think it's mainly... Okay, no, just my footsteps. If you just look at elk, how kind of the horns sort of go up, it kind of makes me feel like a piece you see somebody like wearing across their chest in a way, with the very back ridges going up over each shoulder, almost like a baron or something like that. So it's just something that everything has felt like a personality attached to it, and like a standing position in hierarchy of nature. And me, the bighorn sheep, has always been like this, more chief in a way. Like more tribalistic, more wild and natural. Which is kind of weird when you say it that way, considering they're all wild animals, but that's just kind of how the look felt to me. I was hoping we would have heard another call back or something. I don't know exactly how far it was they were calling from. I had a general idea of the direction. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use a first aid kit on ourselves. Just patch ourselves up after that. I think I had a little bit of spray or something why we suddenly got the flash of green across the screen, but we're all topped off now. Not that I think turkeys are going to be super dangerous. Although I don't know if you'd want to piss off a turkey. They can be quite tenacious things. Okay, I want to start walking to see. Maybe we'll get a warning call as we're going along. Like, one of the points of advice I'd give would be to stick towards the roads and that as you're traveling. Oh, Lord. I said don't tick the turkeys off. And one basically comes flying in over our head. Okay, I think that was the Jake we were calling in, but I don't know why it did that. Like, that is the weirdest thing for it to have done, in my opinion. But let's take a look at him. I think he was a pretty nice-looking bird. Yeah, not too bad. Actually gave us 1,000 bits of cash. Oh, just a minor difficulty, yeah, so he was pretty easy to get. He's just a level 2. I don't know what the highest level kind of goes up to. I know 2 is minor, 3 is very easy, I think 4 is easy, 5 might be normal. It's almost like they have different levels of each animal, and it's a system that, again, I've never gone too much into, and I don't know if they really discussed at length in any parts of the game, aside from somewhere in the codex here. Like, maybe tutorial log? Animal behavior, animal calls... Nothing overly about it, to be honest. So it's kind of something, I guess it's a statistic you can sort of track and say, ooh, that has higher difficulty. Maybe it's worth more points or something, but I don't know. It kind of feels almost like how Ark is, where although the animal says it has a level to it, it's hard to say how influential that actually is to the animal itself. And I don't know if I'd ever cover Ark on the channel. I may do, like, a one-off just to explain my problems with it, because it's not really a survival game, in my opinion. It's more like a... It's definitely a sandbox, but it's like a weird sandbox grind thing in a way. Like, the animals don't feel like animals in Ark to me. With how you interact with them with all of these weird menus, like you pop up your arm and you have this big wheel that goes into like 3 different subsections in subsections. It kind of makes it feel more like you're dealing with some kind of animatronic robot in a way. Another thing is the inventory system too. It's a weird mix of MMO, sandbox, something. And just never clicked that well to me. Because it's almost like the animals are more like tools in a way. Like, I know I was playing on a tiny server for a while just to get my hang of it, and it was, I want to harvest, say, iron now, because I need metal ore to make into ingots and craft stuff with. So instead of using tools, I have to go tame an ankylosaur, and then bring that over to a mining deposit, and he'll smack it, and he'll collect the iron in wherever he does. Like, it felt more like an animatronic where you hit a little hatch or something and the little belly would drop down. You could just load stuff in and hydraulically lift it up again. That's just did not feel survival to me. Don't get me wrong, it has a very impressive variety of animals and wildlife, but they don't feel like that in a way. I don't feel like they engage or interact with the environment as much as you'd expect, and again, the menus and just all of the different systems, and it just never clicked with me. It felt too UI heavy for what a survival game really should be. The Long Dark, I think, is one that captures it very well. It's very minimalistic, but it does have menus that are fairly straightforward and you don't spend too long in, but provide you all the information right up front you need. And I was talking like this to try to kill some time while we got our next encounter, or our next call, but I do not hear a thing. Oh, I mean, we could go for it. We may just have to be careful again, but it is the only thing we kind of heard. I'm pretty sure that there's got to be certain spots on the map that have animals generally, or animals of certain kind will tend to spawn around or spend more time in. I mean, there are actual need zones in the game that the animals generally will kind of travel between at certain points in the game in order to basically just meet needs. I don't know if they No, I don't think they actually have like a meter of I'm this thirsty, I'm this hungry. I think it's more this time of day we're going to head over here and make it look like we are eating and drinking and that, but I don't think there's something like you'll have animals be starving and be more aggressive, or sluggish and slow and from sleep, or stuff like that. What are you? Oh, actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind trying to get an elk. We have an elk call. So I want to follow this and just see how far along it might be. So that needs a weapon class 8. So that's actually good because we don't need to change out the bow or the arrows for the bow. See if we can get ourselves a Baron of the Woods. I should really just take the time to make up the little list of what I feel like things should be in a way. Now, the white-tailed deer would be like a prince. The elk is like a baron. Okay, the ram is more like a chief, although I guess I kind of have to elaborate on that, because if I think about the buffalo or the bison, I mean, just those small horns are kind of part of what the trophy is, but there's almost like more of the scalp is involved as well, or almost the full head is sometimes considered the trophy, so that might be better for more like a tribal chief. Maybe something more like a village elder or something for the bighorn ram. I really have to just go into it and spend some time trying to figure out what I'd put where, but you guys kind of try following along with what I'm trying to say with that? Probably not. I mean, I'm hardly following along with it, but that's just a little way for me to chat with you guys and give you some insight into how this messed up mind of mine works. I was hoping we would have found a bit of droppings or something, so that way we could... Oh, up ahead? No, that's still just... Oh, Lord. Okay, so that actually sounds super close. I should even just keep trying to call the elk in, because I think part of our skills lets us call in animals that aren't really for a certain call. Like, I think our elk call could actually work on calling Bison in. I may be mistaken. But let's kind of see just as we go along here. We did get the warning call, but it didn't sound like anything was kind of like rushing off. So it might have been that it was just hearing us kind of quickly crunching our way through the woods there. Okay, what do we got? Okay, yeah, so there was definitely a need zone here. Okay, just a tree, so we might have sent it off. I just want to keep crouching, keep approaching to see. But again, the sense of, like, distance is always something that feels hard to judge in the Hunter at times. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit more. Just so we can come down and find this need zone here. I'm pretty sure it must have heard us and then started going that way, just to kind of get away from us. Oh, even bear tracks out here too. Yeah, okay, so it was just a lone one on its own that kind of heard us and did what it was going to do. Okay, and we do have a few minutes left. Not a lot, so I was hoping maybe I would be able to glass something and then we'd go try taking it on, but I don't think we're going to get super lucky. Yeah, so what we're going to do is just head back this way. Yeah, I have no idea how long ago that elk had come through that area, unfortunately. I didn't see any droppings to really be able to say if it was very old, fresh, recent, etc. I wish that's something the game would do too, is help break it down to what the time span could be for tracks, droppings like that. Like, very fresh. What are you looking at? 1 to 5 minutes? Fresh from 5 to 10? Like, what's your time scale here? And we are, yeah, we're basically right in the middle of the woods, so, nope. No, we do have a turkey up ahead somewhere. So it looks like we maybe will get our second turkey for the outing. Maybe a week late, but this might be our turkey episode. We'll see if it does something weird again, where it kind of flies towards us. I was honestly expecting it more to just kind of like stay on the ground. Turkeys can fly short distances, actually, so it's not too surprising that it was flying. I'm just surprised that it was flying towards us that time we encountered it. I don't know if we'll have that happen again or not. There tracks something up there, but the grass is so tall that it's kind of hard to see anything. Oh, there's one. I don't know if he's on his own or not, though. Actually, I think I have a way to check. Yeah, I can probably... Okay, no, it doesn't say how many just from the map. I thought we could maybe almost cheese it and say, we spotted the need zone, and does it tell us how many are at it? But no, they one step ahead of that little cheesing strategy, so we won't be able to know that way. Well, we'll see if we can't get one gobbler to finish us off here. And to be honest, with the time we've got right now... And... where did you go? Actually, that's a very good question. Where'd the turkey go? It was just supposed to be ahead of ourselves, and of course when I lose sight to try to get closer, it may have vacated on us. Okay, well, we'll see what we can kind of find once we do get closer into where it last was. Because maybe it'll just have gone down the hill a little more and we can see a bit better from where... Oh, what's... No, there's a mating call back there, surprisingly. Okay, we're going... Yeah, it's like the carnivores all over again, where there's a little bit of noise here or there. There's an ambience, it's the actual animals. But I think if it was at a need zone, it's going to stay more just here eating. Or feeding. So we'll get our turkey gun out and see if we can get close enough to try to get a good aim on it. Or get a good shot off. Okay, so here we are. Just want to go a little further. A little bit more, because I don't want the branches really in the way. Yeah, this is one of the problems is... When you see from afar and all the grass hasn't rendered in, it looks super easy to try to spot. But then once everything kind of pops into existence, it becomes super difficult. Okay, so maybe it was going up that way? So it looked like it was going down, then maybe it started going up when I heard the other call. Okay, yeah, let's see if we can try to... Be really nice to get a reply sometime about now. Yeah, the game is definitely more of a slow burn hunting game. It's not quite like Carnivores where it's going to be super action-packed. It's that really slow build-up towards something. If anything, sometimes. I thought maybe we would have heard a call back, although... Yeah, I don't seem to have any luck on that. Shoot. I think it might be long gone. I think I should have taken that shot the first chance we had at it. Although it's... Actually, the travel is towards the need zone more. Sounds a little confusing. It might actually be ahead of us still. Like, if that was the track for it to keep going this direction... I was just kind of hoping we would have heard a reply again. Or actually our first reply, because it just kind of did, I think, an idle sound to... was it idle or was it warning? It might have actually just given the warning call, and that's what kind of honed us in on it. Gotta remember, just if there's a shot to take it sometimes. Yeah, I don't hear any replies. I don't really see any movement to say. Well, shoot. I was hoping we could have gotten at least one... Oh, well, there's something way out there. A mule deer. So, I mean, maybe we'll just try quickly going over and getting that as one thing to end us off with. Oh. I saw it flying for a minute there. I think that was one of our turkeys, if not the turkey we were tracking. Just kind of saw it go flying off there, so... Oh, hello, actually. Holy crap. Okay, that's a huge herd of pronghorn. Like, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And there's actually one really good looking one in. Okay, what are we dealing with? Because everything seems to be out here on the plains right now. So we got a mule deer, we got the pronghorn, and we got that one. So I just want to make sure that the ammo for the huntsman here, it will be good. So that is what we want to use. It did not hit. I don't know where... I thought it would have hit, to be honest. But that might have just been too far of a distance for it to actually travel properly. At least the nice thing is that it doesn't look like we spooked. Well, everything is a little bit shook up, but I don't think it's super shook up that it's going to go too far off on us. So we'll probably be able to sneak a little closer to get this second shot. We'll hopefully down it. Because, I mean, the pronghorn's a nice surprise to have at the end of this hunt. It is going to extend the video a little bit, but, I mean, there's a trophy... Well, maybe not a super trophy to be had, but there's an experience to get from this, so... It's just... Is it... Are they all going to go... Okay, they're all following him. And that, I think, is a better distance to try shooting towards. So as long as we can keep our eyes on him and get maybe even to the 150, I feel confident I can get at least a long shot in. I don't know about the... Okay, so there is a little guy there, but that's not the one we're after. It is... Okay, there he is, just way in the back more. Oh lord, they're even all up here still, too. Like, these herds get to be ridiculous sometimes. I don't know why my voice kind of changed there. I guess maybe getting into the... Okay, just want to get into a bit of cover here, and we're going to wait for our opportunity, because he should be... Bingo. Now, if he's... No, stop trotting. Come on. No, don't go through. Okay. Just kind of go... Okay, well, we did get a hit, and I think that should be a good long shot. Might not have been enough to, like, drop him. I think it's enough that he should be wounded that he'll go down from it. Yeah, you kind of... Yeah, just in case we get any weird ones. We'll just get our bow and arrow out, just in case. Because there may be some that'll try coming in towards us. Yeah, there he is. He went down from that shot. First one, I think, was way too far away. I was hoping the rifle had enough power, but I don't think it really would have. Second one, though, was definitely within the shooting range, so... We'll go take a look and see what he's like. But that's another tip I would say, is try to find these big, huge, vast open areas. Like, you can get very good sighting distance. You can eye up a herd, kind of figure out if they're going to stay where they are for a while. They'll start moving. Just kind of go from what they might do from there. Yeah, you can see they want to come this way. I think it's just a little bit of their AI behavior is... They want to come back to the direction they were going, or even maybe back to this male here. I'm not sure if it'd be called a buck. Probably a buck still. I don't know how the exact nomenclature is for them, but let's take a look at him. Yeah, he's very nice antlers on him. Or I guess pronghorns on him. He is a pronghorn antelope. Oh, this was actually a diamond rating. I might actually taxiderm. Yeah, I think I will, because this is a very nice looking one. I've never gotten a diamond before. That's my very first diamond animal, so we're going to... So we'll save that, except... Where did we get him? Yeah, actually... I'm surprised he kept running for double lung, but we're just a little ahead of the heart. And I think everybody else is probably going to run off, or has run off, so we don't have to worry about any kind of follow-ups like the bison trying to smack into us. Oh yeah, you can see all the females are still kind of antsy about there. Well, even got a few bison roaming about behind them. No, we're not going to go for anything more. We've already let this video go a little too long. I want to try to aim for the half-hour mark, but I have a feeling that's going to be pretty impossible to do. Nope. Defensive. So turkeys actually... Yeah, we are going to pop that turkey just because, I mean, it basically gave itself to us, so... Maybe turkeys will actually try attacking you. Oh. Yeah, keep going. You got a little lost there. Go... No, no. Yeah, keep going that way. There you go. No, no. Keep going that way. I mean, you're kind of getting the direction, but not really. Okay, well, let's build you. And... Ooh, that's a nice view to... Oh, my... Of course, end of the video is when all the things come into sight. Oh, okay, look... Oh, Lord, look at some of you guys. You look amazing. And, like... Yeah, there are also two bears back there. Why is our luck the opposite of what a good video would be? I want to start the video, we see absolutely nothing. I want to end the video, we're in frickin' paradise for every animal in the goddamn reserve. As much as it'd be very cool to go off from here for another episode, we are going to leave things off. Maybe next week I'll remember to try going out first, and then in the middle of the field, I'll bring you guys in to where I've been. But for now, thank you all very much for watching me on another episode of The Hunter, Call of the Wild. If you do like the episode or the series, be sure to leave a like and a comment right down below, and I'll try to get back to you guys if it's a question, request, anything like that as soon as I can. Until I see you all in the next episode, though, survivors, please remember to take care, stay alive.